No, let's go to Washington right now. CBS News national security analyst Juan Zarate there and joins us this morning. Juan, good morning.
Good morning, Chris.
As Liz just mentioned a few moments ago, there were reports that there was a long-standing deal in place between the U.S. and Pakistan that if bin Laden was found inside Pakistan, the U.S. could go in and kill or capture him. Is there potential that there was a deal like that in place up to 10 years ago?
Well, Chris, clearly the United States and Pakistan had talked for 10 years about going after al-Qaeda leadership. But I think probably what was better understood was that the U.S. would do everything possible to coordinate with the Pakistanis, but would likely execute targets if they had the opportunity. And so I think this is probably a bit of an overstatement as to the conversations that were happening over the course of 10 years, where there was an understanding the U.S. would be aggressive about going after al-Qaeda leadership, but the Pakistanis would assume that there would be some degree of cooperation. So I'm not quite sure I buy the article that's out there today.
How much of what we're seeing right now coming out of Pakistan is more stagecraft, this indignation that we're seeing on a daily basis? Is a lot of this just to save face with their people at home?
Well, clearly the Pakistani government has to deal with the rage that is boiling over within Pakistan. Concerns about their sovereignty being violated by this U.S. action, concerns about the credibility of their intelligence and military services. So they have to come out. There has to be a bit of bluster here. And I think what you see from the United States standpoint is giving them a little bit of space to actually save face here. But behind the scenes, getting tougher and talking about cooperation moving forward.
The Pakistani Prime Minister spoke yesterday. Intelligence failure, yes, but collusion with al-Qaeda, emphatically no. Anybody buying this?
Well, it's possible. I mean, we've had our own terrible intelligence failures that actually a lot of people around the world don't believe. 9/11, the weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. So it is possible, but all of the facts, the circumstantial case suggests some degree of collusion. It may not have been at the highest levels of the government, but there does seem to have been some degree of support there locally for bin Laden in Abbottabad.
U.S. officials are now going to be given access to bin Laden's wives. What do they look to gain by interviewing them?
Well, this could be a rich source of information about how bin Laden lived, with whom he was in contact, who was visiting the compound, his state of mind. It would be the kind of set of interrogations where they would, where analysts would use the data from the wives to understand and fill gaps that may not be evident from the electronic data or the files that have been gathered in the compound. It could be very rich if we got access to the wives.
All right, Juan Zarate in D.C. for us this morning. Juan, thank you.